We are jumping into our tech consumers segment. We are actually going to be unraveling the synergy between bricks and clicks by looking at what technology has to do with real estate. And joining us in the studio to do that, we have Stephen Nasebwedi, digital marketing consultant. Of course, I will call him our in-house marketing consultant too. And also we have Justice Ofer Jr., founder and MD of Citi Homes. You're welcome to the studio, gentlemen.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So what do we need to know about, tech and bricks?
I like how you introduced it.
Yes.
Bricks and clicks.
Bricks and
I
clicks.
love that.
Yes.
So we're talking about prop tech.
All right.
That's how we shorten it. Prop tech is property technology.
Oh, prop tech.
Tech.
So there's something like that.
Yes, that's how we call it.
Now you're
Prop
making it
tech.
difficult for me because to enter tech. I've been saying I want to enter tech, but I don't know what part of tech I want to enter. Now there's prop tech.
Prop tech. No, prop tech is.
You have one more option.
Yeah. So prop tech is every bit of technology that we embrace to aid or facilitate or enable the way we do real estate, from the selling to the management of our customers, everything to do with that. So that's what we call prop tech.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So, Justice, I want to ask, how is technology actually shaping or transforming the traditional approach to real estate?
Okay, so we actually are prop tech. Citi Home is a prop tech. So we're using technology to deliver affordable housing solution to the low-income households in Ghana.
Okay. And how does that work?
Yeah, so we have a current product called Smart Rent that enables people to pay monthly instead of paying yearly advance. And basically, that's what we are using technology to solve. But we are also a property management service, so it comes together. So the Smart Rent actually focus on the tenants, and the property management actually focus on the landlords.
Right. So
Excellent.
are there any other platforms like what he just mentioned that have been existing for a while?
There are a number of platforms, but before we get into this, one that we'll focus on.
Yeah.
But before we get into that, maybe we want to kind of do a transition for people.
Yes.
So the old way of doing it is where you have to buy newspapers and go to newspapers to classify to see properties that are available for listing.
Yeah.
Purchase, are listed for purchase. You drive on the street and you see so many billboards in front of the houses for sale, this and that, or you do radio ads. That's the way we've always done it. Plus the records of, just as you just said, they do rentals and they have a system that manages all the properties that they are renting and the people that rent them. Okay. Without technology, we are going to have to use ledger books to do those things. And it's very, very difficult.
Okay.
So how they've embraced technology to do all these. In Ghana, people will be familiar with Mekasa, for example, which manages that.
Okay, yeah.
But one that, is globally accepted and is used all over, it's a complete system, what we call MLS. So it's multiple listing system. That's what it is. And it helps you to do everything from listing the property to managing even who has viewed it, how many times it's been viewed, how long it's been on the market. So it also generates reports, which we're going to show some of the reports, because what you also want is, we've got analytics everywhere. So you won't be able to generate analytics that people can use to make data-driven decisions.
Right.
In Ghana, for example.
So basically, are those analytics open to the public to see, or is just always a back-end thing?
If it's published, yes, you can see. Yeah, you can see it. So you need it's a licensed platform. So if it's published, you can see it. But the good thing about it is, in Ghana, for example, you see that people just wake up one morning and say, oh, this property costs this one costs that. You'll be able to, the system allows you to be able to track. So you'll be able to manage property price. You'll be able to see the trends, for example, how they are doing. The properties that are in demand, property types that are in demand. Yesterday, I was reading a report where somebody was saying that you find that we're seeing a lot more of one bedroom, and studio apartments springing up now in Accra, where people are buying them and using them instead of hotels.
Yes.
For short-term visit. Justice Hotel is more about some of these things. Those trends, if you're using a system, an MLS system, you can be able to see it at the back end. It will generate the data for you, same way that you see, let's say, from your Google Analytics, you see your traffic.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Justice, what's the name of your app? And then just explain a little bit more as to the functionality from a layperson's point of view. We're coming in, we jump on the technology. How can it benefit us?
Okay, the app name is Smart Rent.
Smart rent.
Yeah. So basically, we're trying to solve the major problem in the rental housing market. Currently, we know by research, before you can get a decent accommodation, you need to pay 1 year advance rent, which is not so in developed countries, but it's similar to most of the African countries. So what we are trying to do is to destroy the pre-financing model. So people actually go to banks to take loans to actually pre-finance.
Yeah.
If the interest rate is about 3% per month, you are actually increasing the cost of your renting by 36%. What we are doing with Smart Rent is to use a non-loaned model that enables you to pay the same amount of rent, but we still make our money. So basically, you have to just log on to our web application, sikadainhomes.org, and then submit your request, and we take it from there. There's a policy attached to it that you have to read, and the policy advisors will help you through it.
Yeah.
When you look at the, you said your main focus is to help the low income bracket.
With a smart rent.
With a smart rent. Okay. Now, when you look at that, what's the uptake like? How are people engaging with technology?
Okay, so per our house, we get almost an average of 100 applications every month. Right, yes, and which can lead to almost 200,000 Ghana Cedi. The demand, it can be 3-bedroom, can be 1-bedroom, it can be 2-bedroom, and some are a little bit cheaper, others are very high. So at our end, we get close to an average of 100%. But what we're trying to do is what we call shelter tech, not prop tech. So shelter tech is another form of prop tech that focuses on the low income population.
Okay.
But prop tech is very broad. It deals with both the high end income earners and then the low income as well, right?
So, okay, sorry.
Yeah, no, sorry. Nasser was talking about a lot of 1-bedrooms and studio apartments springing up, you know, more commonly now than before. Do you find that to be the case? Do you get requests for that a lot?
Yeah. So residential demands in terms of rental is very high. It's actually contributing to the major part of in the market, right? So yes, one bedroom for single people, you normally get that, and then 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom for family size or young couples who have just started.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So I just wanted to ask, obviously you talked about, you know, people going on your website and then, you know, clicking and all that. But right now, we're not a very tech-savvy country. We are still developing with that. So how do you advise the people down there, especially if you're working for, if your whole plan is to, you know, take along the low-income earners and the people, you know, who don't earn that much and that are not tech-savvy, but will want to work with you. So how do you advise them to, you know?
Yeah, so basically there's definitely going to be a niche in the market for us. We are not targeting everybody within the low-income bracket. We are dealing with people who actually work and get income, but their income is not enough to give them enough cash on hand to actually support to pay their rent. So that's why we're taking our time to actually pilot the platform we want to build. So now we take you through a kind of click and mortar. So you submit your request and then the next will follow. The policy advisors will take you through the do's and don'ts and stuff.
Right. Yeah. But Nasser, is this the first time such, you know, revolution is taking over the industry?
No, I think, I mean, it's always been there. We've always used technology. I mean, Kweku will tell you, for example, over the last few years, drones have become very, very significant in the way that we even capture images and things to show our properties. There's virtual viewing, which is not very popular in Ghana, but on some platforms you find that we're encouraging people to, I mean, embrace these. That's all part of prop tech. Well, if you think, I think, like we often say, technology and its usage is driven by the need. So you find that if, let's say, Justice and his team, they may have so much demand, they can't do all the viewing. So they need to build a platform where people can go and they can view the property and virtual viewing. We've seen how even virtual reality and augmented reality has been embraced. So for example, this room, if I want to rent this room to use as a studio, I could do drag and drop, use some of the tools so I can be able to see how it will look like different sofas, different things. That's all part of PropTech.
Yeah.
So gradually we are increasing, we're encouraging people to adopt this.
Right.
In fact, in October, there's an event that's going to happen here. There's a group called the GREPA, Ghana Real Estate Professional Association. They have an event called the ARC, so Association of Real Estate Conference and Exhibition, where we're going to talk about PropTech. That's the main thing we're going to talk about. So gradually we're getting there. Like he said, there are more people who are not online, but we want to encourage people to embrace it because it enables you to be able to do things better.
Right.
Like I was talking about the MLS.
Right.
If you think about it and the functionalities that it has, it's running your whole real estate business for you on that platform. You have all the data, so you can know, for example, who's renting, how many times they've rented from you. The data is there to be able to track.
But are there cons?
Sorry?
We've heard the pros, but are there cons?
There are some cons. So, for example, one of the challenges will be where, if you list it restricts the number of people who can be able to show it.
Oh.
We know in Ghana, what happens is, I won't call them Guru Boys, but when you have a property, you give it to one agent, and that agent goes to bring over 10 people.
Yeah.
More than 10.
More than 10 people.
Yeah.
Now, because it's listed there, the plus is that you the seller, you are paying only one person. We're doing only one person.
Right.
You can bring along his friends.
Whoever.
But the selling is done through the system.
Yeah.
So you're paying only one person, he goes to distribute to them. Unlike where every day you are there, somebody will be calling you, boss, me no be property, no, whatever, and hassling you. So that's a con for some people.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. You want
Just to add to that,
words?
we use MLS as well.
Yes.
So we also have a platform where you can come and search for a property.
Yes.
And then at your comfort zone, you can actually request to rent. We have a similar kind of virtual view where you have a video view. It's not properly a virtual view, right? Virtual view is a 3D kind of, but most of our properties have a video view that you can have a pre-inspection before even you can show interest before going there. So at least technology platform actually save time and save money, and you don't have to be going through the agents and getting scam and stuff. And the platform actually work in hand with agent as well.
Yeah.
So it's a kind of formalizing the agency work within the housing market as well.
Right.
Fantastic. Well, gentlemen, thank you for joining us this morning. Great
Thank
conversation. I think it's an important conversation now, considering that economically we're all trying to figure out how to reduce, costs,
Right.
and increase earnings, So it's an important conversation. Thank you very much, Stephen Nasebwedi. He's a digital marketing consultant, and Justice Ofei Jr. He is the founder and MD of Sikadan Homes.